Hiya, it's Vishali. I am at Stamford Bridge where Manchester City have beaten Chelsea 1-0 in the big Premier League clash between the title rivals. It was a game that City pretty much dominated from the off. I mean, there were some bright moments for Chelsea early on, mostly through Alvaro Morata. But, you know, I think the big blow for Chelsea came when Morata came off with that injury in the first half. Now Conte has spoken about Morata's injury in the post-match press conference, and he's confirmed that Morata has a muscular problem and he wanted to come off as a precaution so that it didn't become more serious, but he does think it's serious enough to stop Morata from playing for Spain in the international break. And you know, he seemed to be clutching at his left hamstring. Now what Chelsea will be hoping, I mean certainly it's a blow for Spain, but Chelsea will just be hoping that it's not more serious and that he isn't ruled out of the game against Palace after the international break, because he is in fine form. You know, before this game he'd scored 6 Premier League goals to sit top of the goal scoring charts with Sergio Aguero, just one assist behind him. He scored in the Champions League in midweek against Atletico. So if he is out, it will be a blow because Conte doesn't have a lot of options really on the bench. I mean, today you saw Conte opt to not bring on Michy Batshuayi for Morata when he came off injured. Instead he brought on Willian. Now he explained that decision. He said that he felt Willian would link up better with Hazard and get behind City's defence better. Now in the end it didn't happen, and really in the first half Chelsea really could have gone into the break 1 or 2-0 down. I mean, Courtois had a nervy moment in the first half, but he made 2 superb saves in that first half. One particularly was fabulous at the end of the first half to deny Fernandinho. And you know, he kept the scoreline at 0-0 at the break, but in the end it didn't matter because Kevin De Bruyne scored the only goal of the game in the second half, a goal that you have to say was deserved for City, because they were phenomenal going forward. I mean, they were mighty impressive today. De Bruyne scored a stunning goal. He linked up with Gabriel Jesus, and you know, he fired in this long range shot that, you know, hurtled past Courtois, and in the end it ended up being the match winner. After De Bruyne's goal, Chelsea didn't really create too much, and really it was a case of them not losing by a bigger margin. Now Willian was playing as a false number 9 today for much of the game after he came on, and you know, Conte said he wanted him to link up with Hazard. Now Hazard was making his first Premier League start of the season after his stunning display against Atletico, but he really couldn't make the difference. He was starved of service, I thought, in today's game. And you know, if you think that Hazard was the man who made such a big difference in the 2 fixtures against City last season, you know, he scored the 2 goals that secured a 2-1 win for Chelsea in April here, and of course he scored in the 3-1 away win at the Etihad Stadium last December. But today he really wasn't, he couldn't make the difference. And if you compared his performance to De Bruyne was by far, you know, had by far the better of the performances. I think what today's game shows is that City are the team to beat in the Premier League this season. They are the league leaders. They are joint top with Manchester United in terms of points. But in terms of how they're performing, they are performing like title winners. And if you're looking at the sides at the moment, early on, who potentially could take that crown off Chelsea, you'd have to say it's City. Now, Conte talked about Chelsea's performance and whether or not he's worried about their home performance, and he said that, you know, he was disappointed with the result today, but he wasn't too disappointed because he's happy with the performance that his players put in. But you think that he will be a little bit worried by the fact that, you know, they've drawn against Arsenal here, they've lost to City, okay, you know, and a really, really good side, but they lost to Burnley as well. You know, they've dropped quite a lot of points here at Stamford Bridge. They've now got a week and a bit to get over this result and try and regroup for that game against Palace, a Palace side, you know, who are losing, and you know, that would look to be probably 3 points for Chelsea. But they need to regroup in the international break and hope Alvaro Morata hasn't suffered a serious injury.